So, welcome everybody. We've kind of got together today as 4 individuals and 3 businesses. There's a bit of common mutual ground here that we are all on our business journey, come from very different backgrounds, very different sectors. So we kind of thought we'd get together today, have an open and honest discussion, see where it goes, talk about business, talk about how we've got to where we are and where we're looking to go. So I suppose I'll introduce myself as Matt from Profile Digital Agency. We run a digital agency and this is what we do, a kind of websites, social media, videography, this kind of thing, productions, content.
Simon Rose from Parker Rose Interiors, working on kitchen specialists, but also working for your bathrooms and bedrooms.
Cool. So Josh and Rob, we're from the Unit Fitness, as we are in our hub right now. So the palace that is. We're obviously delivering multiple different avenues for fitness, health, wellbeing, the whole aspect. In terms of looking after people, nutritionally, training-wise, getting them to their goals and where they want to be, sort of physically. You've probably got other concepts.
Yeah, we started as personal trainers, just sole traders, and joined forces maybe 5 years ago now, I think. So the unit is 5 years strong so far.
5 years.
2 locations now, so looking to grow that as well.
Cool. All right, let's dive into it. So you guys are massive on social media, and I said to you the other day, you're actually a bit of an inspiration for me. Personally, I felt really, a bit guilty about, not guilty, but I didn't really feel comfortable doing videos to myself, and you are absolutely massive on it. You both are, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's hard to get on it. It's uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because you're talking to potentially 1,000 people.
I hate
this man's pretty comfortable in front of the camera. You might have seen his latest.
What you guys have done has been absolutely sensational. And if you haven't seen who these guys are, what they do, it's incredible.
That's kind. It's very kind, actually. If you've seen some of the videos,
it's relentless.
I think the big thing is it's like anything, right? It's consistency, and it is getting over that first sort of hurdle, right? I mean, I guess I'm not so sure, but the first sort of personal training session or fitness session I delivered, it was like, oh my goodness, there's that element of whatever. Yeah. But then there was also an element of, it's me and you, right? Exciting. There's only us 2, and it's like, I'm going to make a difference here. But when you're putting a message out, you kind of feel like you're in that stadium and everyone's watching you, like you know they're waiting for you to make a mistake. Like you did that one the other day, and it's so true. Yeah, but I love it because it's the reality.
It's authentic, isn't it?
And the amount of times we've gone. I mean,
you see the takes on the phone when we've practiced in the past. It's literally like use up your phone.
You literally look at it, it's like your face 20 times.
Do you both feel comfortable doing it now?
Still times we mess up though, quite a lot.
Yeah, off the cuff.
Scripted is much harder, I believe. Like definitely for me, it's when you feel like you've got to get across a message or whatever it is that you're looking to do, and it's okay, hey guys, and you're like, that's not me, it's not real. I feel completely ridiculous. Obviously, one of the later videos is just literally fresh cut. Don't want to put, but I'm actually not.
I've got a fresh cut as well.
We're doing it on camera. Like,
Rush. I had a video a couple of days ago. Yeah, and that came off.
360 cut, and you mate, it's just around. It's
there was that one you were talking about being scripted, and I think you both were doing it on Facebook together, and it's the Maltesers. Or was it?
No,
that was
the Malteser one.
You were obviously the Maltesers, weren't you? From that,
it was a
duo. That one.
It was good.
Well, and I think, as you say, right, when you start out doing this, and I believe, we'll go into hugely why what you're doing is massive, and why it's so important.
Yeah.
And that's why you've hooked up, and we hope to do bits and. Yeah. Getting a message out to there, like when you're so passionate about what you do, and that's why we all do what we do, right? Is there was a passion and there was an element of I've got something I want to achieve, and I believe in what I'm doing as well, and that's a key thing. And then, but not to then promote it. And obviously, we know that social media and having a decent website and all these things are imperative in this day and age, right? I couldn't, if you could put me as far away from this computer as possible, I'd have been so happy. And I'm guessing, not being funny, I don't know, but you're probably not a bit like you're more of a physical sort of.
Definitely. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not as big on social media as what you boys are, as in talking to people and getting your messages across, because I deliver the product and then I can take photos of my product, and that's what I'm delivering to people. I don't have to be talking on social media saying this is what we're doing, this is what my kitchens are made out of, this is what I'm going to deliver, and this is how you can make it better.
That's it.
And that's you could do, but I always like to, people love to see.
You're big on word of mouth as well. You've got there's ways to do it, and I can see what you.
But as you say, what you deliver in terms of showing your product is quite a visual, clear thing to see visually.
Yeah.
For us, I guess, for us personally, and our thing is, it's very hard. Like you see the before and afters. Everyone's seen the before and after 1,000 times, but like social media networks don't want that now. Like, you can't advertise like that because it's seen as unrealistic results and things like that. And there's lots of actual things.
And you've said it yourself. You've seen it a million times before.
And you've
You've got to try and reinvent that. Show the story. Show the journey. Show the days when Sue or James couldn't do that lift, couldn't get it down here, and they really struggled. That's the story. For me, that's the authenticity that you'd like to come across. That's tough, and that's hard then because you're trying to do something. Ours is almost set like it's not many people going out talking about kitchens and stuff like that, as you say, and what you do. But there's a million people start plugging and doing stuff like that, and for us, it's tough, right? It's not an easy thing, and that's why we had to learn. And that's when we first did it. It was like free advertising too, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you've spent all your money on this unit or whatever, kitting it out, you've got your advertising budget, correct from at the beginning, would have been small. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Zero. Exactly. So you guys got your phone out of your pocket and took every opportunity you could, and now look like.
Now it is quite a hefty investment each month into paid advertising. But at first there is people doing it very well for free, and that's their whole lead source is through being themselves on camera and actually.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, that's how you can tap into a little bit in what I do, because people buy from people. And if you're on camera and people love what you're doing, you're going to get those followers, you're going to get more followers, and they're going to talk to their friends. The same way, if I deliver the kitchen for you, then you're going to get recommendations from that. Whereas online presence, your followers can go up thousands, and that's what other personal trainers do, I guess. And that's how they do become so big. Yeah,
and as you say, I think what you've just said there is something that maybe sometimes can get lost in it, though, right? It's great to be, a presence because people are like, oh yeah, it's another. If you don't advertise yourself, right, or put out there what you're doing on a way that you can scale up so much, right? I either feel you're probably maybe not confident in camera, which I get, right? But there's a lot of things that we're not confident in doing, and there's a lot of people who walk through the store who aren't confident. Yeah. There's a lot of things that we have to get over those initial barriers. And you may fail so many times to say, like, and you get this, and it builds, and there's this unbelievable pressure to do these things. Yeah. But if you truly believe in your product, and you, like, for us, we really want to help people. It's not because it's like, it's another number on the door. Like, I'm not saying all gyms are, and then things like that. For sure,
you're making a difference,
and it's like we want to help as many people.
I think that's for me. I'm similar. I'm not in your industry, but it gets to a point where it's beyond money and beyond success. It's about actually achieving something, and that achievement comes from helping people like you are, like we are as well, and that goes beyond money and all the success.
And as you say, this is creating something. You're delivering it with pride because you're like, this is good quality stuff. I want to deliver it. I'm proud of it. I'm going to be the face of it. Yeah. It's not I'm boxing it up, shipping it off because there might be something wrong with it or there's this. You're doing it. You're putting your name on it. It's flush, and it's changing their house and
that's the thing. I mean, every day people come through. It's like, I've got a cheaper quote online, which is fine, and you can do that. You can be aware of it. But that's not what I chose to do. I chose to get involved, and I want to be able to deliver that kitchen to you.
You're a bit higher end, don't you?
Yeah,
and you deliver a service to back up the financial increase.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the point. Is that customer's got your number and they can talk to you, and the comfort that gives them is almost priceless. And that's what I do it for. Is the enjoyment at the end of it. They're like, wow, so I'm not taking. It
must be pretty cool, like buying a car, whipping off the cover to the new kitchen.
To
do that, just keep the whole thing, tarpaulin the kitchen and whip it off at the end.
Lock out that house for it.
Don't be whipping stuff off of the kitchen. Surprise! Oh, Jesus. I've done it again. It's another customer. Do you want a bathroom? Not a chance. No, I'm not doing it. No. But and as you say, it's that service and it's that quality. So you're delivering it. In our industry, I think it must. I don't know, but I want you to expand on this. But it must be so hard when people see the value potentially in what you do because it's on like everyone's like, oh, I can do that. I can do it. You can put something out there in video, right, or a website, but you can see class, right? I know that, Sue's, my partner, is terrible for it. She'll be like, but it'll be something that makes you stop, right? And there's quality. And there's like for us, we put stuff out there, and it's a lot.
It's a daily battle for us.
That's it.
It really is a daily battle. We've lost loads of websites on price alone.
Yeah.
And you're not comparing apples for apples. It's like another PT comes in, they're selling the same service for half the price. And you have to convince your value. Like, it's really tough.
Some people say, "Oh, I can go to a gym for 30
Yeah. But the value is, if you're thinking it's very short term way of looking at it, your financial gain short term. But if you're delivering a better service long term, they're going to get much better results, which financially are going to implicate them tenfold over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years. We've lost the website this week. A guy, a big business, phoned me up and asked for, they've got a cracking business. We quoted them, I'll say, I don't mind, $5,000 for the website, because they needed loads of back-end functionality, loads of support, and I phoned him up, he was loving it, and went with a guy for £895 plus VAT. We lost the job. And I just said to him, how can this, we were going to do loads of SEO work for him, get him ranking above his competitors. So he's gone for a short-term saving of a couple of grand, but he's now going to miss out, without question, he's now going to miss out with tens of thousands of pounds over the course of the year for missing out on the work we've done for him. I said to him, how can this guy deliver the same product? It's not apples for apples.
No,
convincing the value in that, I obviously failed. I struggled. I didn't convince the customer that we were going to be worth it long term. So I've taken a massive. I swallowed my pill on that and learned a bit myself. But touching
on that though is a key point, and what you're saying, a personal trainer come and do it for half the price you're doing. But in the long run, it's only going to cost them more because they're not going to get the results they want, and then they will end up coming back and getting the actual product that you actually
really
want.
Good point. Let's dive into that a little bit of you two. What's so special about this gym? From what I've seen, you build a community, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's the slightly leaky roof sometimes. It's the indoor ramp. We're sorting that out. I think as you said, right, you can buy, you can do whatever. So you can get a gym membership, fob key or whatever, and you pop it in your wallet, right? And you know, I say I've got family members, we're all guilty of it to some extent of something, right? And you do it, and it's almost like a low end cost, right?
Yeah.
What does it matter, 30 quid? I'll do it a couple of times. Right, that's cool, right? That's fine. But you do that for 12 months, okay? You've invested 360 quid at minimum, or whatever it is, and you're kind of in the same place as where you were 12 months ago. Potentially in a worse position, and you've lost that money, right? So what we deliver, even like a big thing is like a 30-day reset program. And the reason we're resetting is because we're kind of maybe potentially working on all aspects is our big thing as well. So we've got something we deliver called our Mint Seminar. So Mint Seminar would be mindset, so improvements to like progression and stuff like that, the importance of it, nutrition and training. So we know the values in having a clear goal, right? And it's not I want to lose weight, right? Everyone kind of wants to lose weight or tone up or do that, and it's kind of fluffy, right?
Yeah.
We're quite, within your first week and that, you know, you're going to get a welcome pack. We go through things like project plan, all these things that kind of mean nothing unless it's delivered with somebody, sat down, and we can hit all those elements, right? So when you come to us, after those 30 days, it's a case of, there's no, like you can come in for the first 8 days in an open gym, as I call it, and you go and do whatever. They might show you an induction, show you what to do. It's 3 rounds of 10 on this piece of equipment, this is how to use it so you're done safely. That's fine. But what we're trying to do is go, right, what do you actually want to achieve? Right, I want to lose weight. No, what do you actually want from this?
What's the pain point?
Where are you at? Like, I've got 30 days. Like, if I never see you again after these 30 days, I want you to walk away and go, look, we invested a small amount, right, really, in terms of, but I completely feel clear on my nutrition and all the crap that's out there, and that's skinny teas, that's coffees that feel like, whatever it is, the magic pill that's going to make you lose 50, brilliant, because we're all ripped, right? Because everyone's ripped because they've been drinking tea and coffee and little pills. I mean, I don't know what you mean. But after that 30 days, right, you're going to come in and you're going to have real clarity over, A, what your true goal is, B, the steps you've got to take to get there, what sacrifice as well, because that often is an element of some form of sacrifice. Now, when I say that, I don't mean you're going to go and eat salads only, you can't go out and socialise, but knowing that I can't go home and have 2 glasses of red wine every night, well, you potentially could if you balance the rest of it, but there's a good chance if you're in that mindset, you've not got it. So what do I need to do? Well, I need to get up, I need to be prepared, I need to understand where I need to get to. I've got a clear goal, I know my action steps to get there over the next 30 days. I'm not saying I'm going to be, you know, a size 4 or whatever, you know, people might look and say you want to be after me, but I know that I can get to there if I really want to, and this is the first steps I get to. So 30 days, I've got my knowledge, I feel comfortable with my lifestyle, because for me, right, I know on a Friday night, I go to the cinema. With me, so we go to the cinema every Friday night, and without a doubt, I want some sort of snack. It is cute. You guys can learn from this, alright? Relationship goals.
Cinema every Friday, got it.
It's basically so we don't talk for 2 or 3 hours.
Try and turn up now.
Yeah.
Is it St. Louis? Star Wars.
Such a good movie. Totally emotional. But then the thing is, right, we build that into their play, right? You've got Saturday night curry night with the lads, right? So okay, well it's cool. Let's not go, lads.
Simon loves it. Just to get us in camera. Simon loves a curry.
That's really funny, man. That's like the personal side.
Yes,
he wants like absolutely like came to him and went, mate, I've got this obsession with curries, right? I don't know what it is. Every Saturday night I go out on a curry. He's like, he loves. Anyway, no, I go into it. It's only like a private joke. Now it's like just put it on camera.
It's not private anymore.
He loves it. He loves it.
Right, so you've got curry. So I'm not going to go, right, man, not be funny. You're like, oh, I want to do this and this, and you know, I want to be 6-pack and ripped, and I'm like, yeah, we can't have curry ever again. You'd be like, well, I'm miserable, right? I don't want to be miserable and get to my goal because then something else is off kilter. And I think that's the big thing we try to get through is that you've got to have things in balance, right? Like, there's no point in me going, sweet, I'm abs lean, I'm actually miserable, I don't socialise with my friends anymore, my missus doesn't want to be with me because she's like, yeah, sweet, we can't go anywhere, and he's like, oh, I don't want this, no car. You get that balance. So after 30 days, you walk out and you go, right, I can live this way for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10
what you're talking about is well beyond the gym membership. You're talking about mindset, life-changing stuff, being happy at home. You're talking happiness. That's so much bigger than the gym.
But right, that's awesome. If I turn around to you now, some of the most productive people aren't the people that are getting up, eating crap, you know, binging on stuff, drinking loads, smashing biscuits to the desk. They're the people who are focused. They've got things in play, right? You wake up and you've got to have a plan to get where you've got to be. So don't be bumble through life and wake up on a Monday and
it's those little goals, isn't it?
It drives us crazy. We discussed earlier, right?
When we got into fitness, we'd always focus on the session, like the training session. Oh yeah, they're going to get so much out of this training session.
Just that session.
We learned. We trial and error, but we educated ourselves. We educated from other people and learned what we needed to deliver to kind of get a better result for that customer. And just put the work in basically. The last sort of 4 or 5 years, we've just stepped it up every month, every year, or whatever. But just tried not just in the training aspect of it, but like saying just going through a whole year's nutrition diploma and
I suppose you've got some good case studies now, haven't you, as well, with some people that have come in and out.
Of course,
some ones that failed, some early case studies that failed, and ones that now you're working on.
We always learn, we always adapt stuff to what you learn, but things are slightly changing with research coming out for nutrition and training. But
there is always change, isn't there?
Such a wise statement.
Always change.
Such a wise statement. Oh my God.
There is though.
That was unbelievable, mate. That was huge. It was unbelievable.
I'm just here to bring peace to everyone. That's all just. But there is though. I mean, especially with being into fitness myself, and I follow a few fitness gurus, and they're always talking about change and new stuff always coming out and new ways of training.
There's the faddy sort of trendy things, and there's always the solid things that always stand the test of time. You've got your strength training, eating particular things. There's always going to be.
There's as you say, there's pillars, right? For us, we know the facts, the science, and this and the other, and you do because you say you're into your training, and you've studied bits of it, and you get to hang around with us. But the but the reality is, right? If I'm unsure of something, right, and then I go, I want a result tomorrow, which will. Listen, you turn around to me and go, I can make you $1 million tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll give you the 20 quid or whatever. That's cool. But as you say, there's always a change in it. But actually, there are key staple fundamentals of where you get to a result and how you get to it. That's the facts. What we have to do is, as we say, reset all the stuff you've heard in the past. Because funny enough, fats make you fat. No, fats make you skinny. Well, that's cool.
Lifting weights for a girl makes you too muscly.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to make you lean. This going to. So it's about going, right, okay, listen, somebody's always going to kind of give you an angle, and there's a good chance at the back of it they're selling the products. Remember that. Or a program, or something or another. And yes, we are selling a program or a product as such, but we don't plug, like, you come in here and we're not selling you something like a supplement or this, that, and the other. You come in here and we're giving you knowledge. So, and it's investment into knowledge, and I think that's where you touched on earlier. When we first started out, when I first did PC courses, like, my aim was, and I'll hands down, and I apologise to those people actually, was come in, right, I want to lose weight, well, I'm going to beast you. And I'm going to do it in the correct, like, you're going to be like whipping ropes, flipping a tire, jumping backwards, upside down, because it looks good to the other people, and they're going to be like, wow, look at that stuff. And don't get me wrong, I've got more clients, because it's kind of like, well, that must be the way to lose weight and get results. But actually, we then invest into other stuff, right? And it's one of our biggest investments has been into learning a bit more about things like, your social media platforms, your business, because that's not what we did our qual for. Like, as I say, learning about systems, about trying to be a business rather than an employed person, like a self-employed person, and being an employee. It's about actually working on the business.
Starting out almost as in we create ourselves a job that we like doing, and then but actually probably better get some systems in place to make this longevity of this business last, rather than just a job that we're tied to.
For you, if you were to turn around now and you were like, right, if you stayed local and stuff like that, which I believe you won't, because I think your product's fantastic and everyone would want to be in it, and I think you should expand, but there's going to be an opportunity where you're like, well, actually, that's cool, I'm pretty cool, wow, I want a kitchen, cool, I can deal with you, I can supply you with whatever, I can fit it, cool. But for you to grow, it's going to be an understanding of how do I get my product out there, how do I get my message out there, how do I have a team, how do I manage a team, because you're going to have to start dealing with more and more people. I'm working on people who are suppliers coming left, right, centre. If you don't have structure and systems, it's like, oh God, I forgot the fact about that kitchen top should have been in Derby tomorrow, but I forgot about it because it's not on my doorstep. We have to have processes and structures to be able to manage bigger teams, and that's for us. We're learning so much right this second, like right as we speak. We're doing stuff to learn and educate, and we invest into that. And we don't invest into something cheap or something like that. We read daily, like on everything, every aspect.
I was going to ask that about you're talking about your research and getting better and understanding your industry and your sector a bit better. Do you still read and research like?
Yeah, I mean, I've got audio books every morning.
Where do you go for that?
Well, we invested into a business coach originally, and that's
in your sector, or is it?
Yeah, it is. But I think, as we're discussing here, there's so much that's adaptable, right? There's so much that overlaps. There's things like we say with everyone, like people come to our 90-day, 30-day, 90-day, whatever it may be, because we often work on 90-day blocks, but it's 30-day reset style. And one of the key things I say to people is like, how do you start your day, right? Or how do you plan your week? It's like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's your family, whether it's whatever, you've got to have something in play, because if you don't, I'm just about to send a bummer along. This is
going to be what you're touching on here. Is going to be a huge buzzword moving forward. I had a meeting with one of my mentors, and he said to me about treating yourself like a business athlete.
Right. Yeah.
And that's got so many crossovers to what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
how a sportsman goes to training. A sportsman eats the right things. Business people are neglecting that whole entire aspect of their lives, and the ones that are doing well are actually the ones that are investing. They go to training. It's not cricket. It's not football. It's still training. You're still reading. You're researching. You're getting better. You're growing. Internally you're growing, and I think there's a lot of stuff that what you're actually picking on and talking about nutrition and how you start on your day. This is exactly what he was talking about.
And just saying, starting your day,
it's going to be huge.
It's going to be about nutrition, right? And that's
what's the difference between a professional sportsman and a professional businessman?
Exactly.
You're still trying to be the best in your game. You're still trying to get up better than you were yesterday.
And in trying to produce the best you can
100%,
produce
100%.
And when you say about would you start off nutritionally, that's an aspect of starting your day, and I say it, but we've got morning routines. We never had don't get me wrong, this sounds a bit like out there, a bit hippity-dippity, whatever. And when I sat there,
mate, we are sitting here with Simon Rose, like this, nothing is
I like to call me out. It's just like the wise and wisdom. Yeah. And
nothing you can say is going to blow me away, Josh.
And when we started, we went and started our sort of our journey into business, right? And we're sitting there, and there's people who were more invested than us, and I am probably one of the I call myself like a basic guy, right? I get up, I love running. I'm still a kid, I'm a dog, really, right? I like getting up, running around, trying to have a laugh with people. Play with people that don't want to necessarily play with me, like Johnny, trying to make people get like, yeah, sweet.
I do know that.
And then you feed me and I sleep, right? And that was kind of it. And I'm happy with that. And I was loving life like that. But it wasn't structured. I wasn't really producing anything. And then people were talking about, right, what do you do in the morning to set your day? What do you do at the beginning of the week? So morning routines. So the first thing you do is, you might get up. And we talk about how you control your psychology through your physiology, breathing, stuff like that. Now, we were sat in a room and with people breathing. Now that sounds ridiculous. Like, we're going to start doing some breathing stuff. And I'm like, I was like, but same, like giggle about it now, right? Yeah. You start implementing that stuff. It is crazy. Like it is. Like just controlling, because you wake up and as we go through as part of our steps, you can wake up anxious. Like, there's so many times you wake up and you're like, oh God, it's like, right, sit down, let's control that. And I start doing some breathing. Like, for me, I felt like a right plonker, especially when I went home and tried to do it. Like, I was sat at home downstairs and like, Sue comes down here and I'm breathing. She's going to be like, well, what's going on here? Like, you know, just inhaling, slowing things down. And I was like, I actually felt really like peaceful, more in control, less stressed. And I was like, it's a game changer. I'm going to make it.
You do that every day still?
We do it. Yeah, we do it. I do it every day. The breathing. We go for some breathing every day. I've got a morning routine. I put things down that I'm grateful for. Right, a couple of things. Not always 3 things. It's kind of what I do. Those couple of things, and it's true. You know, I get that done. I do a bit of reading, studying, as I say, whether it be an audio book if I'm running a bit late, if I'm not, just no one's perfect on these things. Then I've set my day out already in the Sunday, but then I just get the 3 big rocks and we go through that day. How I'm going to approach things. Once them things are done, I walk out at the end of the day and I'm like, done. Easy, right? And then, but I know I've achieved something because I've ticked those boxes, and it's so clear. And there's more to it. I mean, we do more than that, even like
It's funny though. Sorry, go on.
I'd say it's part of the program that the members go through. It's a simplified version of that. Cool. Because we've all had the days.
Do they like it?
People that actually implement it, and like, don't get me wrong, there's always been people that do maybe once or twice or do this and that, and then they fall off, and I do it. I fall off, and then we check in again, like, oh, well, I've stopped doing my things, but actually when I did do that, but
a lot of they should do, obviously.
Yeah,
it's just that implementation of it. We've all had days where we kind of chasing our tail, like you get up late, say, or you've not planned anything. You're always struggling to catch up throughout the whole day. The day's a bit of a waste because you don't get stuff done.
Yeah, you
get
little
things done, but you don't get progress within that day.
That snooze thing, right? That was what I've done. If you saw I put out, chucked out on one of my little videos recently, right? My winter challenge to like anyone here, right? Yeah. Don't hit snooze this winter. Yeah, because it's your first year. 2-0 down.
To be fair, when I listened to that, I was like, that's a really good positive to take to start your day.
Yeah.
You're right, you're already in front of yourself.
It's your first challenge, right?
I didn't see it. What is it? Not by not hitting snooze.
Every time you hit snooze.
So every time you're losing, right? You're 1-0 down. So you put 2 quid to charity or something like that, right? And every time you do it, be honest, because it's your first challenge, right? And it's all not weakness, right? But if I can get up and go, right, I've got to. If I don't have the buzz and energy to get up from my day, why not? Because I haven't got something to go and achieve, setting that goal. Yeah. So if I wake up, and even if it's quite whatever day it is, I know I've got 3 main things I want to do that day, whatever it be. And some of this, remember, isn't always like making money or doing this or whatever it may be. It's I'm going to go and see my grandparents, right? I'm going to go and make sure that's one of my things. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go and train, and I'm going to go and do this. So Sunday, I've done those, but they're 3 rocks. I know once I've done them, the rest of my week's going to be on point.
Yeah, I like it.
I do that. If I hit snooze, I'm 1-0 down, £2 in the jar, and at the end of the thing, that goes to charity, right? If you get up and you win that first little challenge of your day, it is your first challenge, right? It's probably one of the hardest challenges in the day, especially when it's winter. So that's what I do in the winter. Summer, we're up, we're buzzing around, we're like,
I think that's wicked.
Yeah, really, when it comes around, we're like, this is tough, I'm staying here, actually be a little bit closer to my missus, cold. And there's whatever, but the reality is...
I really like that, Josh.
As you say, the best thing to do is put an alarm clock that's outside your room. I can't do that. My Sue would absolutely batter me, right? I set it. She hears me breathing. She's kicking off, right? So it's like I get out of that bed. It's quite easy to do. God, there's no way. It's like you literally you can't see. What is the wall? Don't wake me up there, mate. Get out quickly.
I've got a light that actually comes on gradually as my alarm.
Oh, nice.
Mrs. hates it. Nice. Literally, sometimes I sleep through it almost for 5 minutes. It's the brightest, and the room is pretty much.
I feel like you're in a top daylight. I feel like you're waking up in a lighthouse.
But it's quality for winter months, like dark, cold. People come in here in the morning, 6 a.m. session. They're like, you can see the difference between that time of the year versus when we have the shutters up, the sun's coming in.
Have you ever thought about putting those lights on in here in that sort of time?
We've got lights.
Yeah, no, because you do get the
sun. It's called the sun.
The sunlight.
Gradual.
Yeah, it gives a real positive vibes.
Stand in front of the
happy lamps.
Happy lamp before you start the session.
So what we discussed about chatting meetings stuff today as a trio. So the things that I see as crossovers, right, and a message that I guess we believe, as we said, about what we maybe do in our 30 days, which is or isn't relative to the whole aspect of the whole life, but one of the big changes for us, okay, is like you definitely have to do, is you have your brand. You are, what you are, and you're solid, and you stick to that. It may evolve slightly with time because, as we say, things are always changing, wise words from now. But you are what you are, right? And
can we cut that down? No, I'm not having that.
Simon Rose, the tall owl.
I'm listening.
It's a rare owl. Wise like the owls.
Wise owl.
But what I'm saying is, the fact of the matter is, your sole big thing is, and I've seen your work, is its quality, like, and its belief, its passion. You deliver it, and yes, not really fun. You probably could maybe financially make things better if you just offloaded it here, didn't use the cheaper product or wood or whatever it is, and you could, but you don't. You've got your values, and this is the biggest thing I believe that everyone can incorporate from it is values. We have our values, but then where yours is so strong and what your business does is helps people deliver their values. When we put a message out there, if you then come to us and you come to some 2-bit, website or this or whatever it is, it's like that's cool, right? I see that they've got the confidence to speak on camera, whatever. But really, they don't really look like they're invested into themselves. They may not really believe their products. Whereas if you've got something that's backing up, and that's why we
needs to be shown throughout, doesn't it? Really? So
it's like
you don't just get an A4 handout bit of paper. We've got a whole 30-page members booklet when they join. It's glossy printed thing. So
you still get the online email series and stuff. Because don't get me wrong, yes, digital content is much cheaper. It's free. It's whatever. You deliver it once and you can blanket. Of course you can get that, but then the physical, the tangible, it's writing something down. We know the importance of writing something down, reading it back, putting it there. Like, we've got a thing where it's making a commitment to yourself. You physically write down your commitment. It's no good, I want to lose weight. Write down exactly what weight you want to lose. What's your time frame? What are your action steps? Put it up somewhere, read it out to yourself, morning and night. Do it. Don't do it. Don't get the results necessarily.
You're holding yourself accountable, aren't you?
Yeah, we are who you have to be accountable to, right? In our thing, right? But what I'm saying is, it's that quality, and it's about going right. If we were to put out, as you say, a video, we've put out some terrible stuff, like there's horrendous stuff out there, and bad quality. But then, if we go right, okay, we want something good, something decent, something powerful, something that's going to, then we invest into someone who knows what they're doing. Listen, we're not experts in that. We learn a lot and we try to do this, but there are people that are better at us. So DIY
thing, isn't it? Well, I had to go trim my beard up the other day and messed it up. Should have just gone to a barber's. Went cheap option. Have to take it right off.
I couldn't believe it when you walked in. I was like, this is genius.
How bad was it?
It was the tash. I tried to trim the
he actually had those little curls. He looked
nice. Nice.
Fair bit length, probably about the same length.
Yeah, it was decent. It was good.
Good growth, and then straight off. So
you started growing. Yeah.
16 years now.
To be honest with you, I'm struggling on the old chin. I've got quite a good neck beard. I like to call it. But what I'm saying is, you can do stuff yourself. Of course you can. It can take you a lot longer to where you want to get to, or you'll never get to it. Hence your £30 a month gym membership with no guidance. Hence your I'll do it myself website that's got no quality.
We've all done it though, Josh. Like, you can lose sight of this. We're sat in this huge, stunning rugby unit here that we're 5 years into the journey. Same with me now. I've got a team of people. Same as you. You've got a nice office, a showroom. But at the beginning, you've got none of that. You didn't do this for nothing. You had to do those DIY stuff. I built my first website myself. People say, "Oh, that's good." It took me 3 weeks, and I made so many mistakes with that. You can lose sight of the journey with this. Like, at the beginning, you've got this. Of course, you have to. We went to sales meetings. I'd never been to a sales meeting before when I first started my business. Sat with the customer. I didn't even know what to do.
I think
we pretend back. Like, just go for it.
You cuff it.
True.
You cuff it and you go through and you learn. And then, what my advice would be is, invest into learning from people. Definitely. Or if you've got the opportunity, right? Because there's a lot of people out there who are tenfolds, in a better position than what we are, but still won't invest into it because it's like, oh no, I don't need to because I can do it myself. And I get that, but then there's
the ones that do and don't invest themselves. You'll see the difference long term.
And I mean, like, you're talking about where you started, right? The first unit we were in, so we had a whiteboard. There's always a fun story. We won't go into it, but our previous person we worked with stood at the door and rolled up the shutter, using the sound, and leant on there, and just went, "It's a shoebox, you'll never last." And that's fine. That wasn't our vision though. Our vision, it didn't matter if it's a shoebox. I'll train someone out of a shoebox. Give me a shoebox and I'll train you. Like, I don't care. We'll make a difference. But I was doing the way we wanted to do it and how we wanted to deliver it. But we had a whiteboard. People wrote their name up if they're going to come to the next session that week. So Monday, because it was like 3 people come to the session, so you can fit on the whiteboard. We took cash in the tin. and you know, often with that, so we tick them if they come in. And then you'd have someone come in and go, I'm going to train you anyway. And there was that, and there's so much we didn't have, and like you never got any sort of outside information. You come in literally for a training session potentially. Yes, we'd help you a little bit with your nutrition, but not to half the element. And you build and you develop and you go from there, right? And you always are trying to better your product.
I think that's something we should go into next episode. If you guys like what you're hearing, I'd like to dive into this a bit more actually about the journey you've had. Like, because I know for a fact you started your business from absolutely nothing, no handouts, no bank loans, no trust funds. You did it for absolutely nothing. I'm sure you guys didn't end up in this for, you know what I mean, if you've built this yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And the same for me. I started in my kitchen, like with literally my missus' laptop. So, and I think now we're in different positions, and I think we can help people with talking about our journey. I think it's real value.
It's real value. We've still got so far to go. We're very low level at the moment.
We bought a coffee machine yesterday.
It's about growth. Don't tell the lads. We still got chaos and instant, and they're going nuts.
I think that's it though. Like in a nutshell, isn't it? Like where we are now, where you come from, there's always more. I'm nowhere, mate. I've always got bigger goals. But for business though, that's. The only way you can survive is if you keep going. You can think of doing things bigger and better than what Mr. and Mrs. Smith was doing down the road. And if they're complacent and they're happy staying there,
for us,
cool. For me, it's not. I'm bigger.
Like for us, it's working out to scale.
Yeah,
which is a problem for us at the moment.
Yeah, and not for me.
You guys must have done massively. With the team we've got in place, we're in a danger of overtrading a little bit at the moment. So we've taken on so much work with her. Still only got quite a tight team. And can we fulfil the work we're bringing in? So that's a difficult time. And cash flow's tight. And do we hire a web developer, or it's tough time for business. That's what we're doing. That's why I'm doing the vlog, so we can document every week. We can document this journey and the growth. Like I saw a post the other day about Jeff Bezos, with him sitting at his desk in 1993 or something. Like, how cool, how many views would that have got if it had documented his journey, like you guys are now? You can rewind 5 years of your videos and you can see where you were. We could do a montage of that.
To be honest, we didn't. I mean, one of our first starting out, like, I think
not in the early days, you didn't do any. I thought you did straight away.
Listen, we've done bits. We do a Christmas series. If you want to check out some of that, go on YouTube. I don't even know this. 2013.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Right, so we established 2013 was our video set, and we I think one of our favourites was when we started to try and do it. So we do our Christmas advent, which is coming up, by the way.
I've seen that.
It's every year now. It's getting quite tough actually.
Tune in.
Tune in.
This will be good.
December 1st, and it's got we enjoy it, but. I think that was sort of our first thing, and we tried to come up with this little concept of doing an exercise that everyone follows every day, and we went out, just us two, to spend so much time doing it. And like we were in B&Q with like one of their rollers painted this shit.
Even if that didn't work or it totally bombed, I don't know if it did or it didn't, you guys were trying something, you're putting yourself out.
It was good. I thought it was big.
But even if it did, you put yourself out and you tried something new. And I know so many people that wouldn't have even done that in the first place.
Yeah, I mean,
is that one where you guys had put Santa outfits on and stuff?
Every year.
I think that's like a big bit you talk about business, isn't it? It's like your comfort zones, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to step outside that.
Same with business, same with life, same with losing weight, nutrition and mindset. It's
comfort zones.
With the ballet one year.
Ballet. You'd be so good at ballet, by the way.
You would. I've seen your moves though. I've sort of seen it. I mean, I don't mind getting my ballerina.
I don't. We should probably go to now.
Oh right, sorry.
We'll probably get that recorded another time, like smooth moves with the owl or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Put the tunes on.
That's it. Big beats.
Bojangles.
Guys, I mean, we'll definitely got to go through this again. Some more stuff. Touch on. I mean, what my biggest thing was about doing this is because we're kind of in a thereabouts where we are sort of in our journeys. We're all kind of.
I think it's all at the beginning of our journeys, by the way. I want to make this quite clear. It's not us sitting in like we think we've made it. We're nobody's all on the way up.
But
if we can lean on each other anyway.
Supporting each other.
Massively.
And I think that's what's about, is supporting the local businesses, supporting people who are in similar situations, being open and honest enough to show weakness, but how to help each other and develop that is a big. I think that's powerful. Like you've come in, you said about things, losses that and we've got so much that we've. Honestly, we've
time,
missed, waste exactly, and it's so much we've gone through and learned. But
then
there's so much to learn. We want to obviously, hopefully, get on to help so many more people and do so much more. We're tiny and we're still, we're finding so much hard as well. There's so many hard times. It's a battle, and sometimes there are chances which will go on to our next joint where you're like. Should I just go and do something different? Like, you get that, right?
True,
because it gets tough. So I think if we can do that, but say if you've got other people where you're sharing and supporting, and hopefully other people can get involved. There's other people that are local that want to get involved in that stuff. I think that's what it's about, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said at the beginning, you guys, you would never have known this, but you were an inspiration to me with the video you did about the gym. Not because I was interested in coming, but the fact you're putting yourself out and doing it. I mean that too.
The fact that you've just signed up for the 30-day reset.
Yeah, no, I'll say that. I'll say that. No,
we've logged that as well.
I've been absolutely railroaded.
It's basically 30 days till Christmas. Matt's doing a vlog.
Obviously,
picture me and breathing tomorrow morning.
Matt's getting married in May. What he wanted to do was come here and approach on building a programme up till the wedding.
There we go. Should we do the road to the wedding?
Absolutely. No more Saturday night curries.
Mate, I haven't had a Saturday night curry for ages. You're the one who keeps sending me pictures of your poppadoms.
Well, mate, that's a different story.
Yeah.
We don't know about his poppadoms or his mango chutney.
Check out these onion bhajis.
Yeah. If he shows his lime pickle, I don't want any interest in that, mate.
What about the mango chutney?
Different gear. Guys, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Big.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers, mate. Awesome. So, if you like the episode, let us know. And we'll do another one. I think we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to dive into. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. These guys are special individuals in their respective fields. I've really enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments if you like what you've seen. Feel free to give Simon loads of banter. Get stuck into him. He's obviously a wise owl, so. Oh my God, I'm using my hands too much.
No, not at all.
I just thought we were doing like that. I thought it was stuck.
He's done me.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
All right, yeah, thank you. Nice one.